Get ready to be amazed as Grandma spills the family secrets that will take you on a captivating journey through our treasured traditions. A magical adventure with Grandma. When I was 8 years old, Grandma took me on an adventure I'll never forget. It was a sweltering summer day, and I was bored out of my mind. I sat on the porch, kicking at the dirt, feeling like nothing exciting was left in the world. That's when Grandma, with her ever-present twinkle in her eye and her silver hair tied up in a colorful bandana, decided to introduce me to the ancient art of garden treasure hunting. She claimed our backyard was a treasure house of forgotten relics, and armed with a rusty old trowel, we set out on our hunt. Grandma led the way, her steps full of purpose and mischief. She started digging near the old oak tree, and I followed too, feeling very curious. After a few minutes of digging, Grandma unearthed an old tin box. She opened it very quickly, and inside was a collection of mismatched buttons, a key that didn't fit any known lock, and a mysterious note written in a strange language. "Ah, the secret code of the garden statues," she whispered dramatically, making me giggle uncontrollably. The note, of course, was just some old scribbles, but the way Grandma read it made it seem like we were on the brink of discovering a grand mystery. We spent hours trying to find out the gibberish she made up on the spot, laughing so hard that we forgot all about the heat. By the time we were done, the sun was setting, and we had created a memory that would last a lifetime. Grandma Rose is the heart and soul of our family. At 78 years old, she's a whirlwind of energy and fun. She has a laugh that can be heard 3 houses down, and a knack for turning the boring into the extraordinary. Her stories are legendary in our family, filled with humor, wisdom, and a touch of the fantastical. Our bond is special, rooted in shared mischief and the many hours we've spent together listening to her tales. Every Sunday, Grandma insists on a big family dinner. She makes her famous pot roast, with its secret blend of herbs and spices, and we all gather around the table. It's a tradition that no one dares to break. And during the holidays, Grandma pulls out all the stops. New Year's Day is her favorite, and she hosts the annual Ugliest Sweater contest. Last year, Uncle Joe won with a sweater that had blinking lights and a singing crocodile. Grandma's house is a treasure chest of memories. Every corner has trinkets and photographs, each with its own story. Everything in her home has a special meaning, from the cuckoo clock in the hallway that's been in the family for generations to the quilt she made with patches of fabric from old family clothes. Our family is a treasure chest of stories and secrets, some passed down through generations, others nearly forgotten. But Grandma insists 4 secrets remain shrouded in mystery. The first of these family secrets is the legendary disappearing pie incident. Grandma said it happened many years ago on a particularly chaotic Thanksgiving. The whole family was gathered at Grandma's house. The kitchen was bustling and the smell of roasted turkey filled the air. Aunt Betty was responsible for desserts and baked her famous apple pie. After dinner, when it was time for dessert, Aunt Betty went to the kitchen to get her pie. But when she opened the cupboard, the pie was gone. It vanished without a trace. The whole family searched high and low, but the pie was never found. Grandma has her theories. Some say Uncle Joe, who has a notorious sweet tooth, sneaked off with it. Others believe it was the work of the mischievous twins, Sam and Sally. But the truth is, no one knows what happened to that pie. It remains one of our family's greatest mysteries. Next, there's Great Aunt Millie's hidden talent. Millie was Grandma's older sister, and she was always the quiet, reserved one. She never married and spent most of her time in her little cottage, tending to her garden. But rumor has it, Millie had a hidden talent that she kept secret from everyone. Some say she was an opera singer with a voice that could bring tears to your eyes. Others believe she was a tightrope walker who performed in secret circus shows. Grandma, however, has a different story. She claims that Millie was a master ventriloquist. According to Grandma, Millie would entertain herself by making her garden gnomes or statues talk to each other, creating elaborate dialogues and funny stories. Grandma remembers one time when she visited Millie and found her in the garden, having a full-blown conversation with a gnome named Gerald. Millie was so engrossed in her performance that she didn't notice Grandma watching from the porch. When Grandma finally revealed herself, Millie blushed and swore her to secrecy. To this day, no one else in the family knows about Millie's ventriloquist talents. Then there's the mysterious chicken dance trophy. It's an old, tarnished trophy that we found in the attic one day while cleaning out old boxes. The trophy is engraved with the words, "Champion Chicken Dancer," and it has a little figurine of a chicken on top. No family member knows who won it or what a chicken dance competition entails. Grandma has a vague memory of an annual barnyard bash that used to be held in town when she was a kid. Grandma said it was a wild event with all sorts of quirky contests, from goat calling to cow milking. The highlight of the barnyard bash was the chicken dance competition. Participants would dress up in ridiculous chicken costumes and perform an elaborate dance, flapping their arms and clucking like chickens. It was a hilarious sight, and the winner would take home the coveted chicken dance trophy. Grandma believes the trophy belonged to Grandpa. She recalls a story about Grandpa entering the chicken dance competition one year on a dare. He practiced for weeks, perfecting his chicken clucks and wing flaps. On the day of the competition, he wore a bright yellow chicken suit and danced until his strength was almost gone. Grandma said, his performance was so spectacular that he won first place. The trophy, however, was tucked away and forgotten in the attic until we found it years later. Finally, there's Grandpa's secret recipe. Grandpa was famous for his chili. It was a family favorite, and he would make a big pot of it for every family gathering. His chili was rich and flavorful, with just the right amount of spice. But Grandpa never revealed his recipe to anyone. He kept it a closely guarded secret, and when he died, he took the recipe to his grave. Grandma claims to have a clue about the secret ingredient in Grandpa's chili, but she has never revealed it. She says it's something unexpected, something that adds a unique depth to the flavor. Over the years, we've tried to replicate Grandpa's chili, but it's never quite the same. The secret ingredient remains a mystery, one that only Grandpa knew. Determined to find out these secrets, Grandma and I looked intently into old photo albums and rummaged through dusty boxes in the attic. Each photograph and trinket sparks a new story from Grandma. We start with the photo albums. Grandma pulls out a heavy leather-bound album and we sit together on the couch. The first page is filled with black and white photos from the early 1900s. There's a picture of Great Aunt Millie as a young girl, standing in front of her cottage with a shy smile. "That's Millie," Grandma says, pointing to the photo. "She was always so quiet and reserved. But, she had a hidden talent." She then tells me the story of Millie's ventriloquist skills, and we laugh at the thought of her having conversations with her garden gnomes. Next, we find a photo of the old barnyard bash. It's a grainy, black and white photo of a crowd gathered in front of a large barn. In the middle of the crowd, there's a man in a chicken costume, flapping his arms and clucking. "That's your grandpa," Grandma says with a smile. "He was the champion chicken dancer." She tells me the story of Grandpa's chicken dance competition, and we laugh at the image of him in a bright yellow chicken suit. "He was quite the performer," Grandma says. We also find an old cookbook wedged between the pages of a dusty book. Inside, there are handwritten notes and recipes, all in Grandpa's meticulous handwriting. Grandma's hands tremble as she opens it, revealing the pages filled with Grandpa's secret recipes. Finally, we come to the climax of our treasure hunt. In an old, creaky chest, we discover Grandpa's recipe book, wedged between pages of an ancient cookbook. Grandma's hands tremble as she opens it, revealing pages filled with Grandpa's meticulous handwriting. The secret ingredient, a dash of cocoa powder. "Cocoa powder in chili?" I exclaim. Grandma laughs, her eyes misty. "He always said it added depth," she explains. Now you know why his chili was unbeatable. It's a moment of revelation, a piece of our family history that we've finally uncovered. The secret ingredient in Grandpa's famous chili, the one that made it so unique and flavorful, was a simple dash of cocoa powder. It's a small detail, but it means so much to us. It's a connection to Grandpa, a way to keep his memory alive. Uncovering these family secrets brings a wave of emotions: laughter, nostalgia, and a deeper understanding of our lovely, wonderful family. These stories, these moments, are what bind us together. They remind us of who we are and where we come from. Grandma's wisdom, humor, and the tales she tells are invaluable. Each story is a thread in the rich tapestry of our family history, a tradition to be cherished and passed down. The disappearing pie incident, Great Aunt Millie's hidden talent, the chicken dance trophy, and Grandpa's secret recipe. Each of these stories is a part of our family's unique history. They're more than just funny anecdotes. They're a testament to our family's love, creativity, and adventure. As I sit with Grandma, listening to her stories and laughing at her jokes, I realize how lucky I am to have her in my life. Her stories are a gift, a way to connect with our past and understand our present. They're a reminder of the importance of family and the love and laughter that we share. So, what are your family stories? What secrets and traditions make your family unique? Share them in the comments below. Let's celebrate the warmth of family together.